Most gods get famous for the obvious stuff. Throwing lightning, starting wars, creating humans, and then immediately regretting it. Shiva? Shiva has a slightly different resume. Because yes, he's the god of destruction. Yes, he can open his third eye and turn your entire existence into a bad memory. But one of his most legendary moments wasn't him destroying anything. It was him stopping destruction with his mouth. Which is already a terrifying sentence. Because one day the universe produced a poison so deadly that gods, demons, oceans, mountains, and basically reality itself all went, yeah, no, absolutely not. And Shiva looked at it and said, more or less, fine, give it here. This whole disaster starts because the gods and demons want immortality, which, to be fair, is a very normal thing to want when you live in a universe where everyone is constantly cursing each other. The nectar of immortality, Amrita, was hidden deep inside the cosmic ocean. So the gods and demons made a deal. They would work together. And by work together, I mean they would glare at each other while doing the most dangerous ocean-based construction project in mythology. They grabbed a mountain, used it as a churning stick, then wrapped a giant serpent around it like a rope because apparently nobody in ancient mythology ever solved a problem without making it 10,000 times more dramatic. Then they pulled, back and forth, gods on one side, demons on the other, serpent in the middle having the worst day of anyone's life, and the ocean began to churn. At first, things looked great. Treasures rise from the water. Beautiful things, powerful things, divine things. Everybody's probably thinking, wow, this was actually a good idea. Which is usually the exact moment mythology punishes you for having confidence. Because before the nectar of immortality comes out, the poison does. Ha ha ha, not regular poison. Not, oops, don't drink that poison. This is cosmic poison. This is poison with main character villain energy. The kind of poison that doesn't just kill you, it starts killing the room. The air turns toxic, the ocean starts burning, the sky darkens. The universe begins reacting like somebody just opened a jar labeled, "Do not open under any circumstances." And suddenly, everyone remembers they have somewhere else to be. The gods don't know what to do. The demons definitely don't know what to do, and nobody is volunteering. Because this isn't a battle. You can't stab poison. You can't negotiate with poison. You can't give poison a speech about friendship and hope and expect it to calm down. It's just spreading. Every second, it gets worse. And this is where everyone quietly arrives at the same conclusion. We need Shiva. Which is funny because usually when people say that, things have already gone extremely wrong. Shiva is not the god you call for a minor inconvenience. You don't summon Shiva because your crops are sad. You call him when the universe is actively failing and all the normal options have embarrassed themselves.
Then Shiva shows up, and he does what Shiva does best. He stands there, silent, unbothered, looking at the deadliest substance in existence like it's a mildly annoying household spill. No dramatic entrance speech. No, you fools have doomed us all. No lecture about how maybe churning the cosmic ocean with a giant snake was not the safest plan. He just understands. The poison cannot stay here. Nobody else can touch it. So he takes it and drinks. Imagine being there. Imagine watching the god of destruction drink the thing that even destruction should probably avoid. The gods are frozen. The demons are frozen. The serpent is probably thinking, I would like to be excused from this entire event. And Shiva drinks all of it, every drop. The poison that was burning through creation. The venom that made immortals panic. The substance so dangerous the universe basically coughed it up like a curse. Gone, inside him. And for one tiny second,
Everyone must have thought, "Great, we saved reality." Then they remembered, "Oh no, we put reality's poison inside Shiva," which is not exactly comforting. The poison begins moving down his throat, and that is a very bad direction. Because if it reaches his stomach, who knows what happens? Maybe Shiva dies. Maybe the universe explodes. Maybe both. So Parvati steps in, his wife, his partner, the only person in this situation calm enough to see the next problem coming. She grabs his throat and stops the poison there. Just holds it. She traps the apocalypse halfway down his body. Not destroyed, not digested, contained. Which is somehow even more metal. Because Shiva doesn't defeat the poison by overpowering it. He becomes its prison. The poison burns in his throat. It burns so violently that his neck turns blue. Permanently. And that's how Shiva becomes Nilakantha, the blue-throated one. Not because of some fancy divine decoration, not because he wanted a cool title, because he drank the end of everything and held it in place, forever. That blue throat is not just a symbol, it's a warning label. It says, there is something inside this god that should not exist, and he is keeping it there, for everyone else. That's the part people sometimes miss about Shiva. He isn't terrifying only because he destroys. He's terrifying because he can carry what nobody else can survive. Most gods solve problems by throwing power at them. Shiva solves this one by absorbing the consequence. The gods wanted immortality. The demons wanted immortality. Everyone wanted the reward. But when the price came up first, nobody wanted to pay it, except him. He didn't fight the poison. He didn't banish it. He didn't pass it to someone weaker and call that leadership. He swallowed it and refused to let it spread. So yes, Shiva is the destroyer, the ender, the third-eyed god, the cosmic force you really, really do not want to annoy. But sometimes destruction is not about burning the world down. Sometimes it's about destroying the disaster before it destroys everyone else. And sometimes that means standing in front of the deadliest thing in existence, opening your mouth and drinking it anyway. Because some gods chase immortality. Some gods panic when death shows up early. And some gods see poison rising from the ocean and decide, not today. If you want more stories from the darkest, strangest, and most powerful corners of ancient mythology, subscribe